Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, I just wrapped up a live not too long ago. We talked about quite a few things. Chris Brown, Keely, the officers of the Tyree Nichols case. We also talked about Raven Simone and how to actually say her name. Just a few other things that we definitely, got into over on that live. So definitely make sure that you guys go and check it out. But I'm coming back to you guys real quick so that we could do a video, have a conversation regarding more Chris Brown and Blueface, because y'all know, for those of you guys that don't, okay, and you haven't seen the previous video, understand that Chris Brown has a song coming out with Chloe Bailey. A lot of the fans went crazy and talked about how they did not like that. It also led to Keely Williams coming to the front and her also announcing her disgust for Chloe doing a song with Chris Brown, and she began to condemn Chris Brown for his previous actions, okay? And his abuse and all of that. So Chris Brown decided to come to the front and pretty much call Keely out herself. All right, he not only called out Keely, he called out all of the fans that are pretty much being fake out here. Okay, called out everybody. In addition to that, he also called out a lot of white abusers that have been able to move on successfully with their lives after having DV charges and more on them, and people not really talking about it after it happened, but he's still being ridiculed for things that happened almost 2 decades ago. Okay, so he decided to come to the front and say some things. In addition to that, he called out the fact that a lot of us like to support Blueface and Krishan when it comes down to their mess, their drama. All right, we see all of the blogs from the Shade Room to the Neighborhood Talk to Hollywood Unlocked, and I believe the Jasmine brand has also contributed to pushing Krishan and Blueface in our faces, and it's extremely abusive. And I've said this so many times before, like, I don't understand why they keep doing it. But then those same people that get in the comments and they praise what's going on with Krishan and Blueface come over here and they condemn Chris Brown. It's not making sense. So when Keely decided to come out here and talk about Chris Brown and his actions, one of the fans came to the front and said, girl, you was just a few weeks ago looking for content on Blueface and Krishan because you was enjoying the mess. That's what you said. Here is your tweet. Girl, is this you? Right? But then you want to turn around and talk about Chris Brown? That's not making sense, okay? So, yeah, girl, it has been a complete mess. But when Chris Brown mentioned Blueface, Blueface decided to come to the front. And I am going to play what it is that Blueface had to say, but I wanted to make sure that I add two other things up here. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and get into what Blueface had to say in response to Chris Brown. All right, let's check it out.
Beat the Yaki. What's happening? Cuz look, check it out. I understand the frustration, fool. For me being in the situation. I'm not even gonna trip on you because the message you trying to send is way off. I get it, it's funny. I hit her back. It's face, so I totally get it. That'd be the most irritating thing ever.
First of all, I want him to open his mouth and talk because
you gotta play the cards that you was dealt. You want some, but they did it too. Why aren't you guys telling them anything? And it's like, bro, life don't work like that, man. If we all go do a crime together, we're not all gonna get the same time together. You hear me? You might get the most amount of time. We might not all say nothing, but we.
Okay, I'm gonna stop him right here. So where he says if we both do the same crime, don't mean basically what he's saying is we don't get the same time. And I feel like he definitely has a point here. And primarily because, like, I don't know if times changed or what's going on, but y'all really do enjoy the abuse. Like, it's really sad because y'all be going up for it. Y'all subscribe to the Zeus Networks app and y'all continue to watch it, see it, whatever the case. Like, girl, it's not making any sense. I think he has a point. What you did versus what I did, it may be the same, but we're not gonna get the same thing in return. And he right, because a lot of y'all don't say nothing. I don't hear a lot of y'all complaining about Blueface and Krishan. Like, I really hate to see it. It really gets on my nerves. Like, I don't understand.
We all went and did the crime, so we got to take the time. You hear me? You want some? You guys are gonna give me the most time, but they did it.
And let me also address that. He's making it seem like Chris Brown is deflecting from what he's done by saying, what about them? You're not calling them out. Like, he's not trying to deflect or anything. He's trying to make other people accountable as well, just as like they're trying to make him accountable for things he's already been held accountable for in his past. He's calling out the fans and telling them basically, if you want to check me for what I've done years ago, then you need to be checking everything in this very moment as you see it. Period. And y'all don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what Chris is trying to communicate. And I'm tired of people acting like, oh, he's deflecting or he's not accepting accountability. So was he not accepting accountability when he admitted to what it is that he did and then turned around? I can't recall if he served jail time, but I definitely know for a fact he did community service as well. And then with the situation with Carucci, he's being faced with a restraining order as well. I don't know if he served any time on that, but I'm sure he admitted to that as well. So I'm a little confused on what additional accountability do y'all want. That's why I'm glad he put all those white people up there. He can go ahead and put the black folks up there too. Make sure that Uzi is on that list, and also make sure Playboy Cardi is on that list, as y'all love to run behind them and praise them. Hey JT, how are you? Yeah, make sure those individuals and more are on that list when you guys do it. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all be out here picking and choosing. Let's keep going. See what else he's saying.
Too, like, judge, sentence. Yeah, like, we ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. I mean, like, handle your candle, deal with your situation how you deal
Handle
with it.
your candle.
Only thing I disagree with is you posting all these random white people and me and the bitch trying to like distract from your thing. You feel me?
It's not a distraction, baby. It's not a distraction. It's not a distraction at all, because I just feel like it's so much not a distraction because other people brought this back up. That is his point. They brought it back up and he has a right to address it. All somebody said was, hey, Chris Brown got to solve with Chloe. Then you got all these negative comments coming out. All these people saying whatever they want to say. Then you had a lot, don't get me wrong, a lot of people that were in supporting him as well. But if Chris decides to come to the front and address it, he can. And when it came to Keely ain't said, Chris ain't say nothing to her. She just started talking, so he has every right to respond. And while I'm at it, let me go ahead and add this in. While I'm at it, let me go ahead and add that in. And he used you as an example for people being fake and how y'all are glorified. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It ain't no distraction, in my opinion.
Like, you gotta stand on it, kid. Like, if you beat the like. Oh God, like you scared to like.
And you know what kills me as well? It's the fact that Chris had his situation and he actually had to do the time, whereas Blueface has been having his situation and I do not recall him doing any time. That's the crazy thing for me. And we be seeing what all going on. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, like I get it. You on some R&B. You don't want to be seen as R&B, but oh God, you beat the Yaki. You gotta, hey, I beat my. Man, I ain't finna come on here and be like, well, Chris Brown did it 16 years ago, and you guys let him still like perform at the BET Awards, and I'm gonna sound like a square cat.
No, baby, you're already a damn square that has been given too much time. Okay, over on the blogs, they've given you too much airtime, making you feel like you're more important than what you are. Then you got his mama coming to social media trying to blame Chris for the fact that Blueface is out here doing whatever it is he's doing to Krishan and other ladies. Girl, you sound dumb as hell. Okay, you are the reason. All right, you are the reason that your son is the way that he is towards other women. Don't be trying to go outside your family, your family tree, and pinpoint another man for the actions of your child. Let's be very clear about that. And I'm so sick of him, Krishan, and his whole family, because everybody is literally getting clout off of absolutely Nathaniel. Like, are we crazy? But let's keep going because there were some comments. Actually, before we get into a few of the comments, I wanted to highlight what Blueface ended up saying to Chris Brown. Now, although he got in that video and he said whatever he said, he also went and added Chris Brown and says the truth could never be a diss if I F with Chris Brown. Okay, he says because he's just a player as me. He's just as player as me. It's all love, but I got hit with a straight bullet this morning is what he's saying. Girl, you did all that capping, saying what you're saying, but then also coming back at it. You did all of that talking, saying how Chris need to stand in his own stuff, whatever the case is, as though he ain't been standing 10 toes down all this time, only for you to turn around and be like you on Chris' side. Like, girl, I'm just so confused. But let's go ahead and keep going, okay? Somebody came to the front and they said he missed the point. And a lot of y'all have, I fear. Chris isn't saying, well, what about them too? He's saying if y'all can indulge in DV for entertainment purposes, then it should be easy for y'all to actually let him grow from SHI he did when he was 17. And if you can't let him grow, then hold everyone guilty of the same crime accountable if it's really about good or evil. I agree. Okay. Let's get into the next one. The person says, please, for the love of God, stop promoting this man. Okay. The internet is going to be the reason why many men and women lose their lives to dramatic, I guess they meant to DV, basically. You guys are promoting this sick individual rather than ignoring him for being a cancer in our community. Stop posting him. It is sick. You guys will only learn when someone gets out 6 feet or put 6 feet under. And it will be on all the blogs' heads. And I agree with everything that she's saying, okay? Because we see all these blogs constantly promote them for a piece of a check because that's what it's really giving, okay? I hate to see it now. And with them, posting him this time, I had no issue with them really posting Blueface for real, because he was responding to what Chris Brown said. Just like Chris Brown responded to Keely when Chris Brown wasn't talking to him, Chris Brown brought up Blueface when Blueface wasn't talking to him. So Blueface had every right to respond. But anything prior to that, of Blueface and his antics when it comes to he and Krishan, girl, y'all really could leave us out of it. But I guess the checks are just that good that y'all continue to promote them in our face on a daily basis. Girl, I hate to see it. But anywho, that's all I got. I wanted to come and bring that to the front, okay, because we missed that on the live, all right? So this is kind of like an update on what's going on, all right? So definitely be sure to go ahead and like the video. Also, leave your thoughts and comments down below on how you feel about this whole situation regarding Chris and Chloe, Chris and Keely, Chris and Blueface, all of that. Leave your thoughts and comments down below, okay? I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.